If you don't know who Jerry Banfield is, I'll just give you a quick background on this fella, because he's a fan favorite over here on these podcasts. We don't talk about him much these days. He used to have a podcast that we reviewed quite a bit, but I really discovered him because he was one of these guys on YouTube who was showing you how to do different things, showing you how to use software, showing you how to make a living on the internet, showing you how to use technology. And then we found out he was giving financial advice, and we found out he was $600,000 in debt.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And the way that happened to him was that he was buying advertising for all of his channels, and he was spending way more than he was making every month. And years after he's been doing this, he goes, guys, I just want to let you know, if you keep spending more than you're making, you will lose money in the long run. Yep, that's right.
No, that's good advice.
That's pretty good advice right there. So I always thought Jerry was hilarious because he's such an idiot, and he tries to give advice to everyone on what to do. He was a police officer and a raging alcoholic. He's sober now. He's a YouTuber. He tries a lot of different things. He does music. He does rap. He does advice stuff.
But he has a charm about him.
He does have a charm about him.
He seems very heartfelt.
Sure.
He does. And he has dabbled in comedy from time to time. So I'm excited to see what he's doing right now because he's down in the Southeast. He just witnessed Hurricane Helene, and he was inspired by that. He was inspired by Hurricane Helene, and he said, I bet I could do a whole comedy special about hurricanes.
Oh, no.
What do you mean, oh, no? I can't imagine this is going to fail.
Why would he attempt this? Okay. All right,
Why would he attempt this? Let's find out.
You're about to experience some incredible hurricane comedy recorded right after the aftermath of Hurricane Helene or Helena or whatever and Milton.
Jerry.
He's off to a great start.
Helena.
To know the first hurricane you mentioned, you should know the name of.
Helena. So he's standing in front of his green screen, and so it's not green. Behind him is an image of a hurricane, and it just says in big block letters, Hurricane Comedy. So I'm like, okay, good. Strap in, everyone.
Back to back in Florida. Like back to back, Dallas Cowboys, except for hurricanes. We got the worst hit ever in Florida, and I'm going to see if I can make some jokes about it. I'm Jerry Banfield, full-time YouTuber. And
First off,
It's exactly how Jezelnik does it.
it is probably not a great premise for this, but it's also not the worst hurricane to ever hit Florida by any means. It's not even close to true. Okay, let's make some jokes about it, though. Here we go. People lost their lives. People's homes are ruined.
Go.
Let's go.
see if I can make some jokes about it. I'm Jerry Banfield, full-time YouTuber, and I set the intention, let's see if I can make anything funny. So today's topics is hurricanes. Oh, God, he already hasn't made me laugh yet, and it's been 30 seconds. This is hopeless. I was looking outside at...
Okay, is he like doing early Jim Gaffigan stuff?
Yes.
Where he's
Yes, he
also the
is.
voice of the audience?
He sure is.
voice of
Unfortunately,
one-
he didn't make his voice different enough, but
He's the voice of one audience member who's annoyed with it already. All right, let's see if this works for him. Worked for Jim.
30 seconds. This is hopeless. I was looking outside at all the furniture. You know, normally people's houses are really private. You don't usually get to see what's inside someone's house, like the kind of couch they have, the bed they have.
Unless you're Lisa Boswell, and you get to see inside of everyone's house.
quit yapping. I want to hear how many more
Sorry.
items of furniture
All
he
right,
lists.
you're right. Let's hear some more examples. What else is inside people's houses, Jerry?
And walking my dogs in the neighborhood after people's houses flooded for the first time ever. My house got 3 inches of water. It's never flooded any other time since 1950 something when it was built. So we tossed out both our couches, all the rugs, and normally I wouldn't see my neighbor's couches and rugs and beds. God, when is he gonna get to the funny part?
Talk about a fucking head case. This guy's talking to himself in front of a camera and literally having an argument.
Why would he label this as stand-up comedy?
Yes.
Why would he call it that? Why wouldn't he just have a discussion? He's clearly just talking about hurricanes. There are no jokes.
Nope. This is stand-up comedy. Mike, maybe
This is
you're
a
missing
mentally
it.
ill man, is what it is.
Yes.
It's literally like Gollum. But we love them. No, we don't. They hate us. He's like fucking arguing with himself. This isn't funny. No, it is going to be funny. No, it's not funny. You're embarrassing yourself. I'm not. This is great. We're killing it. Stick with me.
The irony of Jim Gaffigan's bit was that when he was getting laughs, he was talking about how horrible what Jim was saying was, but people were actually enjoying it and laughing.
Right. The irony is that there was a confused woman in the front row who wasn't understanding what the jokes were.
Everyone's confused here, including the man saying these things, it seems.
In his silent bedroom.
All right. Well, he's warming up, guys. Let's see what happens. The one thing I know about Jerry is he's prepared. I'm sure he's got this figured out. He's got a tight 15 ready for us.
And when is he going to get to the funny part? It's so intimate. Like, normally we walk around with clothes on, and you don't get to see everybody's what's under their clothes, you know?
What a boring orgy he's going to.
I'm imagining what's under somebody's clothes now. And right now, I feel like neighborhoods are just like all this junk out, all these intimate parts of people's lives and homes are just dumped out on the street. It's as if the houses were people, it's like if everybody just got their clothes wet and just took them off and threw them on the ground. And as everybody's like walking around naked, disgusted and traumatized. Like, I can't believe my clothes got wet.
That's a weird connection to make, right?
Yes.
I saw furniture out all over my neighborhood. I could probably do 15 minutes on this. What's the first thing I'm going to say? It's like naked people.
It's as if he drifts off. He's like, it's like people that don't have clothes on, or we don't see people with their clothes off, or whatever the fuck he says. And then he drifts off for a second. He forgot he was talking about that. And then he's like, remember I said naked people? It's like the houses are naked. You're like, oh yeah, I suppose.
It'd be more like if I took my junk and pulled it out of my pants and then you could see it. Right?
Yeah, they were.
It's like they're tearing the walls down of the house, and then you can see it's like a Barbie playhouse. You're like, oh, now I can see all the furnishing.
This man
It's
needs
like if your
lessons.
cock blew away.
Yes, right. If I lost 2 of my balls, I was looking for them.
This man needs Joey Mattress in his life.
He does. I have an update on that.
Oh, good.
Remember cow photographer called in, left a voicemail?
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to talk to Blind Mike about that. I'm glad you brought it up. I would have forgotten.
Yes.
So cow photographer was like, hey, do you want me to take this comedy course from Joe Matarese and report back? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, of course we do.
Definitely.
Course, yeah.
So he messaged me. I got to get back to him. Messaged me through Discord. So whatever the cost is, we're putting it on WATP. We're going to have an official correspondent to find out what he learned from Joe Matarese's comedy.
Joey's upping the cost right now.
Why, after everything Joe has been through, why would he think, I should teach other people how to live like this?
Because he's out of ideas. He literally throws every idea he has at the wall.
And the internet.
And tries it every single fucking time. It's crazy. He's coming to Rochester at some point this winter. And someone was messaging me. I guess it was the person who connected Joe with the comedy club. And they're local. They're like, oh, maybe I'll see you there, Carl. I was like, oh, yeah, well, let me know when you're going to be there. I'll come watch Joe Matarese with you.
We will all be there.
Yeah, if you're the one who set it up, let's go.
Sign up for my driving course. It's $1 more than Joe Matarese's comedy class.
Maybe
Go ahead.
Maybe we get Jerry Banfield up here.
Do you think he could feature for Joe Matarese?
It's really funny, Jerry, for all these people who've lost everything. It's so tragic. It's not like clothes. It's not. I mean, you look at some of the stuff people have thrown out. It's like, really? Your upright piano. Your upright piano was damaged by flood. Maybe if it got like 3 feet, okay. You see some stuff like this thrown out, like a clock. Why you had a clock? I would imagine that was on the wall. How did your clock get damaged during the flooding?
Can I field that one?
Please.
I might have fallen off of the wall into the water.
Or they just don't want it.
Well, I think that's what he's going for here. Can you believe these people throwing stuff out? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to make an insurance claim, why not go all the way, right? Everything was destroyed. Our ceiling, the clocks, sign posters.
You get the feeling that some people are just using this as an excuse. Like, I'm going to just throw my whole house out right now. We'll just put that on the content damage.
Yep. That was the
You
feeling
see
I
some
had.
sad stuff, too. Like, there's kids' toys that looked precious and
Hey,
loved.
hold on a second, everyone. Now I'm talking about how people's homes have been destroyed and how their living room is now in their yard. But you know what? You also see sad stuff.
What an insane asshole. I mean, it'd be one thing if it was like, I don't know, the dead kid's clothes. That would be pretty depressing, but just their toys seems replaceable. I don't know. There's sad stuff too.
Believe it or not.
My son had this rainbow dinosaur that was on the ground when the floodwaters came in.
Sounds gay.
And because it was 1:30 in the morning, I didn't take the time to pick it up off the floor and get it away from the floodwaters. I looked over and I thought, screw those stuffed animals. The next morning, I showed my son the dinosaur that had got hit with the nasty floodwater. The floodwater has all kinds of stuff in it, like oil, gas, sewage, all the nasties. Oh, does it have this comedy routine in it? Does it have this comedy routine in it, Jerry?
This heckler is fucking killing it right now.
That wasn't bad. Yeah.
This heckler is just warming up, I feel like.
Best
All
line
right.
so far.
I'm high-fiving this heckler in the crowd. Like, all right, let's go.
'Cause that's nasty. Ugh. It's been almost 4 minutes sitting here trying to laugh with my pants off and my stuff out in front of the yard. All right, buddy, just a second. Some people say, well, you're not crazy if you talk to yourself, but if you interrupt yourself, then you're really crazy. I don't agree. Like, why can't I interrupt myself? If I can talk to myself, I grew up in a house where we interrupted and talked over each other. I don't think I'm crazy just because I interrupt myself. Oh, you are, Jerry. Woo-hoo-hoo. Are you ever?
I've always said this about Jim Gaffigan. I thought his biggest strength was that the audience never wondered, is he actually schizophrenic?
Right. Yes.
Like, is this man is clearly unwell, right?
yes.
Okay.
People say it's okay to touch yourself. What the crazy part is when you interrupt yourself. Never heard that before. Do people say that?
No.
Is that a phrase? Is that a well-known thing? What
I don't know, man.
are you talking about?
He used to be a lot more fun.
Come on,
He's
this
scaring
is
me.
comedy.
He's scaring me.
All right, he's just getting warmed up. Relax.
Oh, okay.
The next line is, so then I put a knife in my mouth and I do this.
Really thinking about. Well, we got some great comedy routines coming. I'm setting the intention that, that sounds so enlightened. I'm just recording some comedy because I feel like it every day and to see how good I can get at stand-up comedy. You make me laugh. Yeah, that's going to help you. If you practice every day, you're not going to get good, buddy.
This is not how you practice stand-up. He's not practicing correctly.
No, it isn't.
This would be like if when I was learning guitar, if I'm like, Carl, here are the chords. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Smashing my fingers
if
in
you
places.
air guitarred.
Yeah, just smashing my fingers around.
Don't ruin it for me.
Yeah, I got Corey Feldman beat already, so I'm good.
I love walking around my neighborhood when things are unusual, not your regular neighborhood. Let me touch you, gonna feel something unusual. Oh God, does this get any better? That's what she said. So I was walking around the
Okay, this comedy routine has reached a new low.
Stormy in the Discord says, quick, someone asked Blind Mike, why is this guy laughing?
Seriously.
power was all out the other night in my neighborhood. When's the comedy gonna start? I was out in my neighborhood and the power was out. It looked like a third world country. Jerry, that's insulting for third world countries.
Oh, there's a new heckler now.
Yeah, they're taking over.
Yes.
Who are you? Get out of here. Ah!
Can I still heckle too? Yes, you can. We're in this together.
Our girl Solar is like, this is a little ridiculous, Jerry.
Yes, yeah. Even Solar was like, you can't switch that quick. Who's fronting? What's going on?
I mean, who even knows what a third world country is?
I do. Yeah, duh. I do.
Most people, yeah.
Canada.
In America, anyways.
It's a way
yeah.
of saying somewhere that looks like a rough neighborhood. Also insulting. It looked crazy. I'm walking around.
It actually has more to do with economics, but okay.
And there's all this furniture, all these naked homes with their insides right there on the outside so we can see them. And oh, you wish those were boobs, don't you, Jerry? Yeah. I'd rather do.
Okay. All right, that one got me. I hadn't gotten this far yet.
Now it's funny again.
Okay, that's pretty good. You wish those couches were boobs. Kinda.
Yeah.
The fuck are we even talking about?
Hey, you got me. I do.
Hey, were all your clothes ruined, neighbor? Huh? No, they're fine. Fuck.
I don't give in to hecklers, but that one you got me on.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The scenario where everybody just takes their clothes off and throws it down, because seeing everybody's houses turned inside out just leaves me feeling kind of awkward. But I guess if everybody just took their clothes off all of a sudden and just threw their clothes on the ground, it'd kind of be awkward too.
Yeah.
We got the analogy. It's like
Yeah.
the houses are naked. We get it, Jerry.
It's weird that the couches are outside, but wouldn't it also be weird if everyone was naked? Yep.
Move past that now.
Nope,
You
nope.
made the joke.
He came up with that one concept and went, I could definitely riff on this for a while.
At least do feel comfortable staring. I mean, I'll stare at people's crap piles. I'll like stop there. Oh, of course you stare at people's crap piles, Jerry. How long you been doing that?
Shut up.
I'm the next Nate Bargatze. That's not how you say it.
How
Whatever.
dare you? How fucking dare you?
Security! Security, can we get these guys out of here, please? They're fucking up the show. What kind of club is this?
Keep Nate
got enough-
Bargatze's name out of your mouth.
Yeah, you didn't like
son
that?
of a bitch.
Now Mike's offended.
Listeners on Spotify, it doesn't matter if I pronounce it correctly. So I'll sit there and park my dogs in front of a pile of junk and just look at it. I'm like, really? This painting? Why did this painting get flooded? Was this painting like laying on the floor? You already did that routine, Jerry. The clock. You already did that with the clock, man.
Wow, that's what I was thinking just now.
That's
Beat me to
really
it.
interesting that he's aware enough to make that observation.
It is.
Yet he still does it.
Did he go into this thinking he was going to do this routine where the hecklers are heckling him?
I
Or
was
did he
just
lose
wondering
confidence immediately and just went to this so that we couldn't get to him first?
That's a good question.
Because Aaron Immelt's new thing is you can't make fun of me for the goal. I make fun of myself for it. So he owns it. Like Jerry's owning how bad he is at comedy because he's heckling himself.
This is very similar to Patrick Michael.
Ah, yes.
He tries to get in front of everything to the point where he can't talk.
Oh, you don't think I'm good at podcasting? I also think I suck at podcasting. So take that. And I'm going to put out 7 more episodes this week.
I always say this about the people that you cover that feel they're multi-talented. Like, it's delusional enough to think like, hey, I would be great at podcasting. I'm going to start a podcast.
Sure.
And some people are good at it. Some people are bad. You guys decide. But to think I'm good at podcasting, I can give financial advice, I can rap,
Yep.
I can do stand-up comedy. Like, that's a fascinating mind to try and get inside of.
When you go to those restaurants where they have Korean barbecue,
I know.
but also American food and steaks, and it's like you can't be good at all of these things.
Right.
I'm not going to go to this restaurant. I'm not going to go to Jerry Banfield. It's like, today I'm doing music. Tomorrow's my new 1-hour stand-up show I'm doing off the cuff.
Then financial advice.
Yeah, right.
But still, I'm like, why is it painting in this junk pile? Was the painting laying on the floor when it got flooded? I picture people like just seeing their houses flooded and just having a tantrum and throwing everything on the floor. Just walking in and grabbing the toaster and like throwing it on the floor and pushing over, like ripping stuff off the walls and just throwing.
The toaster example lets me think that he's suicidal.
Yeah, now I'm actually picturing this, and I think he's done this.
Right, like why would you throw the toaster into the sewer water that you're stepping in? That seems
You
like a
guys
bad
ever get in
idea.
the bathtub with the toaster when it's plugged in and
Yes.
you cut your wrists? And
Just dream
this
about
guy
the
knows what I'm
sweet
talking
release.
about.
throwing it on the floor and being like, look, it's all ruined. And there's one painting left on the wall that's like, ha ha, I made it. And the person walks over and just rips it off the wall and it's like, screw you, you're dying to, killing you off with all this other stuff. You're dead to me. Painting's laying in there drowning. It's like, I didn't deserve this. Why me? If I was in Jerry's house, I'd still be alive. Oh my God, this has gotten really demented. So I was walking around the other night, and it was all
Nice segue.
Yeah, let's get back to it.
Master of the segue.
Anywho.
dark outside, and you could see the stars, and it was so beautiful. And I was thinking like Home Alone. I was looking around, and I'm big into manifesting, you know, like I'm the creator of my reality, that I make everything happen.
Could you imagine waking up every morning, staring in the mirror and being like, I'm a terrible comic. I'm going to prove to the world I'm the worst comic and I cannot write a joke. Voila, everybody. We've done it. We manifested.
No, you're not. Yes, I am.
We manifested another thing right now.
If that was your goal, I don't think you'd come out with this, because you wouldn't say, well, I can just inanely ramble. You know what? You would try to think of bad jokes, not just utter nonsense.
Yes. He's one of a kind, this Jerry Banfield. I give it to him.
And I'm looking around, and I'm like, I made them disappear. Yeah. I'm like, yes. So nice, just peaceful, walking without all these aggravated, fearful people buzzing around me. But then I've been happy to see people come back. I don't understand that. Maybe I do.
You're a madman. I understand that.
This is the real deal. I've
You have
seen a
mental
lot
problems.
of films about people losing their minds. We're watching this happen.
Yeah, Christian Blatt in the comments, just like he's doing Joker better than Joaquin Phoenix in Joker 2. He's got this
I thought you were
shit
listing
down.
Christian Blatt as one of the people that's lost their mind. I was like, yeah, that seems about right.
I thought you were talking about him when you said some people think they can podcast.
But then I've been happy to see people come back. I don't understand that. Maybe I do, because I'm God. Oh, we're going to stick you on the cross if you think you're God, Jerry. Oh, that's not funny. Where did you even come up with that? Oh, he hasn't done his Indian accent yet. It is offensive, but it is funny also. Oh,
Jerry! Okay.
Now, you just don't get this kind of comedy anymore.
I'm going to back that up.
Holy shit.
That got really funny.
That's not funny. Where did you even come up with that? Oh, he hasn't done his Indian accent yet. It is offensive, but it is funny also. Oh, God.
It's offensive. It's not even close.
I have been singed and I love it.
I was just about to say he's a regular Hank Azaria.
Yes, wow.
That one. I used to hate it when Eminem did some accents in his music, which I don't listen to anymore because, wow, it's
Music?
rough. It's like sticking your head in the, right in the, not the eye of the hurricane, but like all around the sides.
You mean the hurricane? It's like
The sides. Is your house destroyed? No, I was right here on the sides of the hurricane.
Man, poor Eminem. How is he going to recover from this? He's lost Jerry Banfield.
This is,
Supporter.
I mean, Machine Gun Kelly had it coming, but I don't think, I don't think Eminem's ready for this.
I enjoyed staying. They tell me to evacuate, and they're like, mandatory evacuation. Get out or you're going to die. Am I the only one that sees those messages? And I'm like, nice.
Ooh, you're not the only one. Stuttering John said the same thing. He was ready for it. That's not a good thing. You have young kids, Jerry. That's not a good thing.
This is starting to get depressing.
Yeah, this is starting to get real depressing. Oh,
Those
boy.
messages. And I'm like, nice. It's like, it's going to be a fun couple of days. Am I the only one that's like, how exciting? The wind is going to blow harder than usual. I'll tell you what blows harder than usual, Jerry. What is it? What is it? My mom or this comedy? You wish your mom blew harder than usual.
The hecklers are significantly better. It's weird the difference.
You're right. I'm surprised hecklers are still there. A free show. You can just get up and go.
hear the
We
door
just hear
slam.
a door slam.
It's like when
How do you do that?
Fez was talking about standalone fruit. You just heard Ron leave the studio in the background.
I just try and see how hard I can make myself laugh because the truth is I'm just standing in my office by myself. I hit record on a video, took 2 minutes.
Oh, you're not on the stage of a comedy club in front of an audience? I had no idea, Jerry. Way to tear down the fourth
tricked
wall
us.
like that. Yeah, he tricked us on that.
Oh, 2 minutes is generous. All right, it took maybe a minute to throw up this hurricane picture off of Canva and slap a text on here. And I'm just literally talking to myself in my studio, Oh, so you're wondering, well, how did you get the idea to do these comedy routines in your studio by yourself
No one was thinking that. Literally no one.
without a live audience? Well, you see, I evacuated for the hurricane too. Oh, I thought you didn't evacuate. It's all fun and exciting. Like, okay, I thought it might be nice. They're like, it might flood and you could die. And I'm like, it'd be stupid if I like died up in the attic by myself trying to like punch through the roof. And I couldn't make it through the roof. And I just like drowned in the attic.
What the fuck?
Drowned in the attic?
This is some hurricane.
What the fuck's he talking about?
What happened to the wife, by the way?
It's a good question. What is going on? She's still with him?
Am I the only one picking up on that? Maybe I'm thinking too much about it.
Yeah.
Is Jerry unaware that wind is a factor in hurricanes?
He
It seems
mentioned
like he
it
thinks
once.
the water just drains into your house.
I like that the water fills the house all the way to the top.
That's what I mean.
That's hilarious.
The winds are also a major issue.
Yes. And if the water is that high, yeah, get out of your house, float a little bit. It's fine.
And that was my obituary. It was like this Jerry drowned after not listening to 68 text message alerts that said, get out, you're going to die. And then he died in his attic. So I thought I could easily go to a friend's house who offered
But seriously, folks,
Wouldn't that be an embarrassing obituary? All right. So
It was really intimate being in somebody's home. Being in somebody's home that you've never been in before, and they offered it to you and they didn't realize they're going to let you stay in it beforehand. It was really intimate. Like, I'm like, how does somebody trust me this much? And I'm like, well, my daughter did stay at their house because this is my daughter's best friend. So
oh, wow. That is the saddest thing I've heard so far in this. This guy doesn't go to people's houses. He doesn't have a friend. He said, can you believe I got invited over to a house to stay in? Yeah.
and
You've
then
never been over to
imagine
a friend's house before?
you're the daughter's friend's parents, and you're hearing this guy be like, "Why would these people trust me in their house?"
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well,
Right.
well, I don't anymore. So
Right, yeah, no, you'll never come back again, sir. Stop throwing our paintings into the water, please.
I'm like, okay, I guess my daughter stayed here. You let your kid stay somewhere. That's really trusting. You know, it's probably not as intimate to let somebody stay at your house when you've already let them watch your kid overnight. So I'm laying in bed. Where is this going? Oh my God. I'm laying in bed.
he is the voice of the
And
people. He's nailing
He
that
is
aspect.
so full of self-doubt throughout this entire thing. Everything he thinks, he's thinking about it again. He's like, oh shit, why did I say that? Why am I saying this? Where am I going with this?
I woke up at like 3 a.m. during Hurricane Milton, and the wind had stopped blowing. And for some reason, I hadn't filmed a video in like 18 hours. So
Jesus Christ. You went 18 hours? How did you do it? We're getting the shakes? Yeah, right.
And some of that includes sleep, by the way.
Was he vomiting somewhere? Is he?
creative juices flowing. Actually, I had done a 10-minute live stream, so maybe it'd been less than 12 hours.
Okay.
But I've been
Truth
thinking
comes
about
out.
doing comedy. I've been
This
listening
is like John with his drinking.
That's,
I haven't gotten drunk in, what day is it?
to all this stand-up comedy. And, oh, don't tell them this, Jerry. They're never going to watch again. I proceeded to perform a 1-hour stand-up comedy routine by myself in bed in my daughter's best friend's parents'
oh,
bed
God.
What?
with my own sheets on it.
What?
I don't know who does this, but I just thought I'm going to stay at somebody else's
Nobody.
house. I should pack my own sheets, you know? Like,
He's a child. He got into his friend's bed and thought it was a stage that he'd perform on.
That's terrifying.
This
but
is
he
crazy.
so the friend's parents are there, or they just let him stay at the house?
Well, they're dead now.
Yeah, they were there.
And they're still there.
The biggest mistake they
They're
made.
applauding for him.
I forgot I can't see. He's wearing their skin.
Right.
He drowned them in the attic. That's how he got that idea for how he might die.
I'll take the sheets. I'll take the clean sheets out of my closet because they evacuated. They probably didn't plan on having somebody sleep in their bed.
Oh, shit.
They're not there.
They're not even there?
He's using their bed.
He's like, everyone in our neighborhood's got to get out of here. He's like, can I go to your house? We're in the same neighborhood, Jerry. Why would you do that?
Well, your house is
Bringing my
nice.
sheets.
Your house is better than my house. You're not using it?
I've always wanted to sleep in your
What's the
kid's
difference?
bed.
This is crazy. I didn't know it was going in this direction.
This is like you ever see the sitcom, the Will Forte show, Last Man on Earth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where in the
yes.
first episode, he's just driving like to mansions and taking them over.
Right.
That's what Jerry's
That's what
doing.
this is right now. He's knocking on the door, no one answers. Like, all right, we got another one, kids. Let's see what toys they have.
So I took my sheets. I took their sheets off, put my sheets on, and I'm in my sheets in their bed. And from 3 to 4 in the morning, I did a 1-hour stand-up comedy routine. And the material was so raw and crazy. I was looking around, I'm like, I don't know, man. I was like, if I'm so used to filming YouTube videos, like the community guidelines are so stuck in my head that even by myself, doing a comedy routine in the middle of the night during a hurricane, I'm like, can I say that?
How many N-bombs did you drop in this stand-up routine? You know who's not leaving this neighborhood? I'll tell you, you can't swim when the waters get high. Jesus, Jerry. Yeah, this definitely gets the terms of service, sir.
Can I say that? Like, that's so crazy.
You shouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine his kids pounding on the door? Stop saying the N-word in there. Dad, there's too many F slurs. Go to bed.
That's where he got the heckler material.
Yeah, that's right. That's his kid. Move on. Is this ever going to get funny? Shut up.
Yeah, Jerry, it's so crazy. I bet you're really wild at 3 in the morning. You're sober. You're a parent. Oh, you're so wild now. And I thought, if I just love doing this much to talk to myself out loud for an hour, and I laughed so much.
I bet.
I was cracking the craziest jokes. I'm like, you know what? I guess
Give us an example.
Can we hear some?
Hey, Jerry, you had an hour routine. It's amazing. Props to you. A lot of comics can't pull it off. Give us an example of some of these jokes you were cracking here. I'm ready for it.
be fun to do at home too, wouldn't it? This would be fun to just turn the mic on and just do a little bit of comedy, see what squirts out. Oh, God. See what comes blasting out of my mouth. So this
I heard a lot of that at
Skankfest.
Skankfest. They were like, I don't have anything right now, but you should have heard me at the hotel.
Yeah.
I was zinging and zanging.
Oh, yeah. Big J gets up on stage. He's just like, guys, I prepared nothing. I wish you would have seen me last night when I was by myself looking into the mirror. I had so many observations about Vegas. You've been blown away by it.
But, now I don't particularly have anything interesting.
Right. But it was the funniest thing. I was cracking everyone up.
Okay, in comedy today. Maybe it's too soon. For some of my neighbors, I'm like, how do you have this much stuff? Like, there's junk piles that are almost as big as their house. They've torn out they've torn out like the entire inside of the house.
And we're back to this. Okay. I think that's enough. Jerry Banfield.
I'll say I'm blown away. When you said Jerry Banfield has a stand-up special, that is not what I expected. So
You expected what? Comedy?
Netflix.
no, I didn't. But I expected something different, I guess. I don't know what I expected, but not that.
Who are these pies?